Welcome, crypto fam, to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. In today's show, we're breaking down the latest Bitcoin technical analysis, as well as breaking news. U.S. government moved almost $2 billion in Bitcoin to a new address, as well as MicroStrategy announcing another $1 billion plus Bitcoin purchase. Bitcoin mining difficulty hits yet another all-time high. Michael Saylor tells Microsoft its value can soar to $5 trillion with Bitcoin. We'll also be discussing Marathon Digital Holdings acquired over 600 million Bitcoin in the last 2 months, as well as Bitcoin ETFs shattering $6.4 billion worth of inflows in November amid record Bitcoin rally. We'll also be discussing Hong Kong gaming firm swaps 49 million worth of Ether in their treasury for the BTC. That's right. Can't go wrong with stacking the BTC. We'll also be discussing Trump's Crypto Advisory Council to set a promised strategic Bitcoin reserve, which will send the Bitcoin price parabolic to 1.1 million per coin in the bull scenario. I'll be breaking this down for you. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this, plus so much more in today's show. Welcome everyone to the live stream. It's insanity. I had to light the sage pre-stream. I think this is the first time in history. 1836 episodes, very first time. There's like too many gnats in my airspace. Totally unacceptable. The chairman of the SEC is not having it. He's not even sitting in his seat right now. It's crazy. But welcome anyone. The show goes on. It's irrelevant. Welcome, Diana. Greetings. Good to have you here. Shout out Judson. We have pardoned you for being so bullish on the BTC. There's other 2 ways to get those bastards. Alex Jones, Yeah, I guess big news was Biden pardoned Biden. I mean, are you really that shocked at the end of the day? Shout out to the East Afro King. Shout out to the one and only Chandy. Chandy 10-Music, #1 Bitcoin music channel. We're going to be premiering 2 new music videos today, later in the pod. Stick around. Shout out DNA Noonan. Hey, I'm off to work and I am watching the greatest show on the tube. Love you, brother. Right back at you. Laser says German. XRP Army is in the building. Yeah, man. XRP making a big run up. I'm probably going to tap $3 today. It's on track. Let me go ahead and pin my stream to the top of the X profile. That way you guys can all find it, repost it, comment it, and then we can keep, spreading the orange pill message to the world here as we do each and every day. Yeah, just pinned it to the profile, broskies. Thank you guys in advance. It really does help out a lot, especially comments and things of this nature. It's just how the algorithm works. The more interaction in the comments, especially if you're a paid member on X, apparently that's the secret sauce of the algorithm. So, yeah, you already know. They're pardoning their own folk. That's what they do best, Robbie Kaiser. And I got to keep the sage lit. Insanity. I got dozens of gnats. You can't see it. The camera doesn't pick them up. There's dozens of gnats in my airspace right now. Trying to drive me crazy. I got to keep the sage lit as a precaution. And let me go ahead and play the theme music. And welcome, gentlemen.
Oh my gosh, it's finally almost here. JV is going to talk to us. Crypto news is near. I can't stand waiting. There is no debating. I waited all day, maybe I need a life, but Bitcoin is all I can think about day and night. Hurry, JV.
Today, for the first time on my podcast, I'm going to be announcing JV's personal bull target scenario for the cycle peak. I've never shared it on a live podcast. If you're on the pump watch, you may have seen a little something last night. I was like 2 a.m. I'm upside down hanging on the inversion table. I may have let the cat out of the bag if you were lucky enough to hear me at 2 a.m. ranting, but most of you probably missed that. So today, again, for the first time on the podcast, JV is going to be revealing his bull scenario for the cycle peak. And I'll give you a little spoiler alert. My bear scenario, 250, I ripped up the 100,000 in play. We're past that. That's already a done deal. We're looking past it. 250, bear scenario, this cycle, 2025. Base case, JV, 420 for the broskies. Can I get an amen? Happy 420, broski. 420 always in play around yonder. And then the bull scenario, I can't share it with you yet. It's a secret. So stick around. And towards the end of the stream, I'll be sharing the bull scenario We got the Sage lit. The Nats ain't effing with JV today. We got the gong. Game on. We got Chandy Jams. We got the Nippinator indicator. It don't get no more better than that. There's the Oracle. And guess what? Guess who inspired the new bull scenario? You, Oracle. And I say that with love. You had to come over the top. I was projecting 750. She comes over the top. 1 million. Now I'm about to go over the top on you, Oracle. We're about to raise the bar because that's what we do as a CNA fam. So this was all inspired by the Oracle. So Laserface a 16. What about the 16s? Is this the Hunter Banana Republic? I don't know, bro. It seems to be that way. Good morning, Melbourne, Australia. Welcome to the live stream. Welcome everyone joining us. JV live and in the flesh. We're on X, Rumble, YouTube. We got the Sage lit, Nippinator indicator, the new chairman in the town. Good evening. Shout out Ricky, the rest of the fam. Thank you guys in advance for the repost on X. East Afro King, tune into the crypto news with the one and only. Respect. And thank you, Clevelander, stacking stats and staying informed. Bitcoin is the future, one block at a time. Building thy biddy. Big news out of Saudi Arabia. They're about to make a big announcement. That's the word on the streets. I got my ear to the streets. I got the Nippinator. He tells me everything before it happens. So you saw my 1 million. I raise you. I'm coming over the top. And stick around. I'll be revealing for the first time my new bull scenario for the cycle. Never revealed. It's written down already. I wrote it down at like 1 or 2 a.m. last night on the stream. But there, it was the middle of the night, so none of you guys were even there. Trump to buy 4 million Bitcoin when he gets it in the first week. Send it, Trump. Send her. XRP is making us look bad, gentlemen. Come on, Trumpster. Step up your game, Saylor. $1.5 billion buy, unacceptable. I expect more from you. Shout outs, JV Rocks. Cheers. Anyways, broskies, good to have you all here. Thank you, Vet Earn. Just reposted your brother. Best day of the Bitcoin pod. Respect. You guys are awesome. But yeah, we got a lot to share. Let's just get right into it, shall we? We ain't got a second to waste. Here we go. The sage is burning. You see the smoke? Where there's smoke, there's fire. But let's just pray there's no fire on today's podcast. Unless it's the heat from the new over-the-top prediction over the Oracle. That's about it. Anyways. If you're new to the channel, important to smash the likes and go ahead and subscribe. It's the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. Hit the bell icon. Turn on all notifications. Today is pod episode 1836. I'm your host, JV. It's December 2nd, 2024. December, here we are. We still got another, 29 days left of the month. The month just kicked off. Moonvember did not disappoint. Still Q4. Very bullish targets. Still in play. But here's the latest, what's going on in the market. Let's kick it off with Coin 360, what our market watches we do each and every day. XRP, big gainers on the day. HBAR's up 44%. XRP, another 28%. Wouldn't be surprised if it hit probably $3 by the end of the day. Litecoin's up 22%. A lot of the altcoins are just crushing it. Cardano, 11%. AVAX, 8%. Ether, Bitcoin, taking a breather before the next leg up, clearly. And checking out coinmarketcap.com. The current crypto market cap is soaring. Whoa, 3.45 trillion. Great Scott. And we got 284 billion of volume. That's pretty high as well. Past 24 hours, Bitcoin dominance took a step back here recently. 55.1%. Ether dominance even on the decline at 12.6 as they're flowing into the smaller altcoins. Checking out top 100 gainers past 24 hours. We got Kaya up 50%. We got Hedera up 45%. And Quant getting a warm piece of the sidewalk today, 32%. Now below that, IOTA and Chainlink. It's cool. Chainlink's back above $20. We haven't seen that in years. We're so back, brothers. It's a beautiful thing. And checking out the crypto bubbles and get a visual perspective. The majority of the market correcting in the red. Again, some of them pumping pretty impressively, though. Pretty mixed bag. But zooming out on the monthly, virtually everything is in the green. I mean, XRP up 450%, HBAR 540%, XLM 500%, Algo 374, everything. Just crushing it right now. And checking out the Crypto Greed and Fear Index. Hey, we're in extreme greed, but we're only in 80. Yesterday in 81, last week in 82, and last month in 72. In greed. And checking out the time chain calendar. We got 177,041 blocks until the next halving. Scheduled to take place sometime probably in April of 2028. By that time, we'll be beyond the moon. The moon's only a pit stop, broskies. And the current block height, 872,959. Currently exchange 1 U.S. fiat monopoly dollar for 1,041 sats. So stack them sats and put down the gats. Peace. No violence. No war. Peace is what Bitcoin ushers into the new world. You feel me? Peace and love. Peace and love. Shout out Talent Bird. Good to have you here. Amari's B-Day is in 7 days. Well, if today is the 2nd, that means her birthday is on the 9th. We'll have to have a special celebration for the baby. Not that she's a baby, but you know what I mean. The one and only Amari. Does anybody watch the crypto what channel? It's cut off there. Hulk. I've never watched it. I don't have any insights there, brother. It was already $3. Yeah, in like 2017, I think XRP topped $4. Correct me if I'm wrong. It was one of the top gainers from that cycle when I first got into crypto. I just remember ripping. However, it's been the least best performing crypto asset in the past 7 years up until like 2 or 3 days ago. And it's finally taken off again because they know Gary Gensler's leaving the SEC, which is the most fantastical news Ripple Labs could have had, clearly. And not just Ripple, but the entire crypto industry can thrive. We've seen nothing but bull run virtually in every project in crypto since Trump won the election November 5th, promised to not only pardon Ross Ulbricht on Jan 20th, but fire Gary. So Gensler, if you're watching, you're fired. Go home and get your shine box, Gary. XRP will flip ETH again. Probably. It's not too far. I think it's 3x away in market cap. So I think by the time XRP's maybe $9, it'll probably flip ETH, which very doable. Very doable. What you think is going to happen? Happy early birthday to one of the favorite Bitcoin kids. Amen. Very excited for Amari. It was already, eh? Hey, shout out Shortcoin. Welcome to the live stream. Welcome everyone joining us. Yes, we're live on X, Rumble, and YouTube. Happy 420. We got 420 people watching the live stream between the 3 platforms. I'm digging it. Shout out to the Rock Mama, a little proof of work, Action Jackson. Again, anyone who comments or quotes the live streams getting shouted out live and in the flesh. My account may not be the biggest, but 35,000 people, you know what I mean, follow this account. So you get shouted out, you get reposted, you get hearted, and you get lots of love, sending you all sorts of goodies. Thank you, Chandy. Always an honor. You're the bestest. Excited to premiere 2 brand new music videos for the first time on the pod. We'll be playing them later on the uncensored version of the stream when we switch to Rumble. Live pump watch. Shout out Diana Jones. Not exactly a pump watch going on right now, but hey, why not? Typically, when we do the podcast, we pump anyways, even though it's not a pump watch. So theoretically, yeah, you're right. We're always pumping. It's always going up forever, Laura. No matter when I stream, it's irrelevant. It's just the way the universe works. It's a universal law. What up, Matt? Good to have you here, brother. Shout out Lock Sky in the building. Pow, pow, bang, bang, like the B-52. Hey, what up, fam? Scotland in the building. Good to have you here, Scotland. Shout out Mark Wardlaw, that is. Let's go. Happy birthday to Amari. My son just turned 17 the other day. Lots of birthdays in the air. December birthdays are always lit. November birthdays are lit. October birthdays. Incredible. How many people orange pilled their family members and friends this week? Excellent question. What were you guys doing during the holidays? Were you just quiet at the Thanksgiving table? Or did you rock a shirt and a hat that said, I told you so? You got to do something. Rub it in. Rub it in their eye. Use your elbow. Maybe you can't lick your elbow. I hear it's physically impossible. But one good thing the elbow's for, you rub it in their eye. Wow. That's what you do. They say this foreskin is the weenus. You can squeeze it as hard as you want. You won't feel no pain. Rub that weenus right into their eyes and say, I told you so. Been preaching about the biddy every day since I was born. Pre-Satoshi. Yeah, a little correction, if that's what we call it. I mean, yo, we may rip from... I actually appreciate XRP's pump of 50% today, yesterday. It just goes to show you what's going to happen with Bitcoin in the next leg up. All eyes will be back on the biddy. Bitcoin will recapture 60, 70% Bitcoin dominance, it's going to rip. I know what's possible. I know what's coming. Larry Fink and Michael Saylor know exactly what's about to happen. Why do you think they're collecting biddies like there's no tomorrow? MicroStrategy officially now has over 400,000 of the Bitcoin. BlackRock over 500,000 of the Bitcoin. Max Kaiser, if I was to speculate, over 1 million of the Bitcoin, right? The only non-GMO corn available on the planet is the Bitcoin. Stack the Bitcoin accordingly. Easy on the porn, gentlemen. It'll desensitize you. Stack the Bitcoin, lay off the porn. You're in good hands. My son will be in the orange pill soon. Excellent. Get him in. While the going's a getting. You think it'll make it a 1 billion? What are we talking here, N? What's 1 billion? You're talking about the price action? Is it said that I pray for a major correction so I can seize the day? We blame Talonpert on this correction today. Your fault. I'm glad you lived up to it. Anyways, guys, happy 420 in advance. Puerto Rico time is 419. Biddy on the screen. 419 with a biddy on the screen. That might be a new jam shanty. It's 419 with a biddy on the screen. That's what it seems. Hedera, 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 Hedera. Say that 3 times fast as you can, gentlemen. Hedera, Hedera, Hedera. Hedera, Hedera, Hedera. There you go. I'm waiting for 420. We continue with the news. 555, another divine omen. 555 broskies on the stream. There we go. Now we're celebrating. 420. It's a celebration. It's an orange panty night, broskies.
It's red panty night when you sanctify me, eh? Back at home with your wife. It's a celebration. People are always saying about the talk, and I talk, and I talk, and I talk, but
guess fucking what? I back it up. 420 style. We back it up. You hit the price of 1 billion. You talking about Bitcoin? Man, I don't know. Honestly, I never thought of Bitcoin at 1 billion. The top target I've ever focused on was 100 million because Michael Saylor has said it numerous times and I've covered that prediction. I think there was a few asset managers we've covered that predicted, like, I forget the exact number, but over 1 billion. It can happen. Who am I to tell you it can't? You feel me? However, I'm so focused on 1 million, 10 million, 100 million. I've neglected the $1 billion price point. Maybe I'm slipping. Maybe I'm getting old. I don't know. You got to keep me accountable, young broskies. Apparently. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I think Bitcoin cracks 100,000 in the next week. Shit. Let's crack her today. Why do we got to wait till Christmas? You want to make this a very merry Bitcoin Christmas, Satoshi? Send it to 250 just to shut up the naysayers. Just shut them up. Rub the weenus in the eye. A little salty. I told you so. Should have listened to me. Tell your family. Spread the word. Anyways, welcome everyone joining the stream. Good to have you guys here. Shout out Joseph. Good to have you. Welcome everybody. We got a jam-packed session here. 600 people here live in the flesh. I got the sage lit. Nippinator indicator. New chair. SEC. Let's continue with today's technical analysis, aka astrology for the broskies. Bitcoin jumps 2% on the MicroStrategy buy with 100,000 Bitcoin price in focus. That's right. Here you're looking at the 15-minute chart. We'll be pulling up the live charts in a moment. Bitcoin gain, December 2nd, Wall Street Open as a fresh round of buying by business intelligence firm MicroStrategy boosted the markets. Thank you, Mikey. TradingView tracked Bitcoin gains for more than 2,000 over the 2-hourly candles. In contrast to the traditional reaction, Bitcoin made rapid progress after MicroStrategy revealed it spent a modest $1.5 billion on boosting its Bitcoin reserves. The purchases were made in the week through December 1st, according to December 2nd filing with the U.S. SEC, which was just shared by Mikey Saylor. And here you can see MicroStrategy's Bitcoin acquisitions over the past year. It shows you all the price points and how many Bitcoin they've accumulated. And it's wild. Remember, he just recently announced he's going to be purchasing 42 billion worth of the Bitcoin in the next 3 years. And if I know Mikey, how I think I know Mikey, I think I'll buy up 42 billion within 12 months because that's what Mikey Sailors do. But anyways, quoting Crypto Quant, he shared MicroStrategy spent 13.5 billion on 149,900 Bitcoin, with holdings up 21.5 billion in 30 days. Not too shabby. Bitcoin market can't absorb tens of billions of short term without driving the prices up, making returns nearly inevitable. And if Bitcoin breaks 100 Gs, the gains could grow even more as it enters price discovery. sitting at 100 G's. Meanwhile, QCP acknowledged Saylor's upcoming pitch to the board of tech giant Microsoft. We'll be diving deeper into that, I think, our next story, because that's a pretty significant move as well. I think it's December 10th. The board makes the decision if they're going to adopt Bitcoin. And we all know MicroStrategy is one of the largest companies in the world. So quoting them here, Microsoft's top shareholders such as Vanguard, BlackRock, and Fidelity, again, the top shareholders of MicroStrategy, Vanguard, BlackRock, and Fidelity, all bullish on Bitcoin, already have exposure to crypto with investments in MicroStrategy, Coinbase, and other crypto firms. One could argue that they already possess sufficient exposure. On the other hand, if the proposal passes, it could be bullish not only for Bitcoin, but also for their other investments. Bitcoin price circled 96,000 today, began retesting below the 95,000 support mark. However, the outlook remained positive for traders with 100,000 landmark firmly on everyone's mind. Of course, quoting Roman, nice corrective upwards consolidation here, resetting the RSI and the other indicators. We're also seeing bullish divergences form while building volatility for higher. It is a matter of time before 100 G's breaks. And bet your bottom dollar we will be having a 100 G celebratory victory lap pump watch, and we will capture. I don't care how many days it takes. We'll capture that, broskies. And before I pull up some of the live charts, other breaking news. U.S. government moved almost $2 billion worth of Bitcoin to a new address. Don't get panicked. It doesn't necessarily mean they're selling. So don't come to any conclusions. We're just pointing out the movement. Now, other news. Bitcoin mining difficulty, it's a new all-time high. What does that mean? Price follows hash. So as long as the mining difficulty and the hash rate continue hitting new all-time highs, Bitcoin price always follows. So you already know. And checking out some of the live charts via Coinbase, via TradingView, live and in the flesh, chart action Jackson. These are live, family. There's a blue target on the 1 hour sitting at 105 G's, baby. And zooming out from the 1 hour, we go to the 4 hour. What does the chart say? We're going up forever, Laura. We got a bullish pennant. We got a green target sitting sexy at 108. And zooming out from the 4 hour, take a quick look at the 1 day. Survey says bullish. We're still going up forever, Laura. Yeah, man. I mean, daily chart, all the charts are lit. You can see the momentum. You can see the trend easily going north, right? Like Santa, we're about to visit him in the North Pole. And checking out the weekly, we still have the sexy cup and handle target. We just had the highest weekly candle close of all time. We just had the highest monthly close of all time. We still sitting at 124,000 in play very easily. Here in December, I think that's going to be the next leg up, in my opinion. And zooming out from the monthly, you can see mega bullish candle close for Moonvember, and we'll see how December plays out. Historically, it's very bullish, especially the year of thy having. So there you have it, crypto bros. Welcome everyone joining the live stream. Jay Nice, sorry late, had to take a nap. At least you're here. It's all good in the hood. Late due to work, no need to apologize. We're just glad you're here, Steve. So once it gets over 100,000, it'll go parabolic quickly. I see it jumping 15,000. Send it, man. I cannot wait. Do you know Moonvember, previous month, was the best performing month in Bitcoin history? Clearly, we rose close to $30,000. We went from the 60s to virtually 100 in 30 days. 30 days. So now you know what's possible, family. I mean, think of it this way. Bitcoin just achieved in 30 days, going from 66 to 99.9, practically a $33,000 gain in 30 days. It took Bitcoin 8 years from the inception of the Genesis block to go from 0 to 20,000, which it achieved in December of 2017. We just achieved that in 30 days. What initially took 8 or 9 years. Bullish. Hence why I jotted down on the other side of the sticky note my new bull scenario, dwarfing the Oracle's $1 million call. That's all I'm saying. Dwarfing. I'll reveal it later. 222,000 into the year is my prediction. 420 cycle peak. Why so bearish, Dankness? Don't worry. When I see you next week and visit you, you're not going to be sharing these bearish predictions no longer. I got some insights to share with you that'll make your predictions look redonkulous. That's all I'm going to say. You won't get a demerit today. Hey, once it breaks 100,000, there's no stopping it. Lots of resistance. Yeah, man. I mean, these are the exciting times we've been living for as Bitcoiners. Let me check the X feed again, broskies. Thank you guys for all the comments and reposts. It is going to be a crazy hot one, says Aviv. Of course. Of course. Shout out to the one and only Oracle. Always an honor. Appreciate all your support every day. She put, we are live. Get in here and talk with JV and Avam. Let's freaking get her. Amen. Wow. Did someone really post in response to my stream, Bitcoin equals trash? It's slow. It's outdated. It's not utility. It's not green. It's not scalable. It's created by the 4 Satoshis, not one. Holy shit. Holy shit, Jay. What are you pushing? Let me just click on that profile. I'm curious. What is he pushing? I don't know. Maybe pushes fiat, or maybe pushes sheep, or I wouldn't be surprised if he pushed Doge because he looks like he's pro Elon. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, to each their own. We're all entitled to our own opinion, but that's the one type of post I don't repost. Sorry. You know, I promise I repost all the comments, and not when you say Bitcoin is trash. What kind of shit is that, bro? Serious? It's trash? Trash. Okay. Okay. So if you had 10,000 Bitcoin in your wallet, you just trash it because it's useless. It's not green. Go fuck yourself. Come on now, guys. That's an example of a no-coiner. Shit. I'll be humbled if he's a big Bitcoiner, but I'm just going to assume he's a no-coiner. So he's like, might as well hate on the fad. I don't know. How do you explain that shit? How do you explain that? I'm not even offended. I'm just like disappointed. Like, serious, bro? Serious? The asset that went from virtually nothing in 2008 to $100,000 per coin and getting global adoption from governments around the world, including the leader of the free world, Trump? Trash. It's just trash. That's what the lizard folk want you to believe. That's what the Genslers probably want you to believe, bro. Probably pushing the AMP token. Probably. I don't know. Calling my yellow sticky notes Nipsey notes from now on. I like the Nipinator notes. Those are the Nipinator indicators. I'm inspired from Nip. Nip is inspired from Satoshi. That's the chain of commands. Just like you got Biden administration gives, the lizard folk tell Biden what to say, and then Biden tells Warren what to say and the agenda, and then Warren whispers in Gary's ear. Our chain of commands, it's God, Satoshi, Nip, JV. That's how we roll. At least here on Crypto News Alerts. I can't speak for the other podcasters. Bitcoin may be slower, but it is better for decentralization, safety, and for the future stability. There's a reason it is exactly the way it is. There's a reason the new chairman of the SEC is licking his nutsack right now. Because he knows Gary is not clean. He has unclean hands, the current chairman. So Nip is trying to make an example out of him. He's doing God's work. Thank you, Nipinator. Repost the stream just for the fact he's calling out Gensler right now. Look at that. Gensler, clean up your act. Nipinator sending a signal. Thank you, Eric. Yellow sticky notes of destiny. Believe in the yellow sticky notes. That's right. It's the yarrow stalks of our generation. It's the tortoise shell. It's the secret ingredient to divination. We do the Bitcoin alchemy divination here. And now that Nipinator's cleaned his ball sack, Gensler's leaving. He's out. Paper hands, unacceptable. No Portnoy hands around yonder. No cabbage hands accepted. Not over my dead body. As long as he's the chairman, it's not happening. We're safe, at least for the next 4 years. I don't know what's to come of America after the 4-year term. Nipinator leaves office. Trump leaves office. I'm kind of scared. I'm kind of praying maybe Barron can take his father's position. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I can't predict the future. I can just tell you what my instinct is telling me. Anyways, we still got a shit ton to cover, so I'm going to stop ranting over here. Thank you, Dankness, for the repost. And just a reminder, everything shared on the stream is for entertainment purposes only. If you haven't figured that shit out, my main intention is trying to get you to laugh, but to be as truthful as possible in the process. But I give no investment advice whatsoever. Anything I say, take with a grain of salt. Any Nipinator indicator received, grain of salt. You know what I mean? We're flawed. I'm human. He's a dog, far from perfect. But as a team, Jesus. Incredible team. The combination made my funds bleed on the Monday. JB, you and Dankness, real life brothers. You didn't go home for Thanksgiving, but said you were visiting family soon after and you were meeting Dank. Yeah, we have a secret meeting. I want to reveal some predictions I've never shared. So I'm going to link up with him. Why not? I've never met him before, but I feel like we've been connected for a very long time. So thus far in the stream, the only person I've had the honor to meet that is here every day is Serge and his beautiful wife. They came down here to Puerto Rico, brought me a gift, said, here, JV, here's the Bronson 11 New York Knicks jersey. Rock it with respect. Like, I accept. It's kind of like a disciple accepting the samurai sword from the master swordsman. I accepted it. Now I'm going to link up with Dankness, and he may have the opportunity to meet the Nipster. Welcome, everyone. Let's continue with the news. There's still so much to share. I don't know where to begin. So, yeah, keep comments flowing, by the way. I appreciate that. We got 900 people already on the stream. I love it. Loving it. Okay, so back to Mikey Saylor. I think that's where we left off. MicroStrategy. Yeah, man, this is big. Check it. Saylor tells Microsoft its value can soar to $5 trillion with Bitcoin adoption. That's right. MicroStrategy chair and the Bitcoin bull Saylor told Microsoft board of directors the firm could add almost $5 trillion to the market cap if it were to go all in on the biddy. Saylor made the point during the pitch to the Microsoft board. Let me know if you heard that 3-minute pitch. I shared it on the stream the other day to the tech giant and why they should buy Bitcoin, whipping through 44 slides in a little over 3 minutes. Quoting them here. Microsoft can't afford to miss the new technology wave, and Bitcoin is the wave, Saylor said to his pitch in the video shared December 1st, urging Microsoft to convert its cash flows, dividend payouts, stock buybacks, and debt into the crypto, adding the following. If you do that, you'll add hundreds of dollars to the stock price. You can create trillions of dollars of enterprise value, and you can strip away risks from your shareholders. In the pitch deck, Saylor claimed Bitcoin can add up to $584 to the Microsoft share price over the next decade. And if it were to use all of the treasury and the debt and all of its cash flow, dividend payout, and share buyback money to buy the biddy, and assuming one Bitcoin would be worth $1.7 million by the end of 2034, why so bearish, Michael? Saylor claimed the strategy can add $5 trillion to Microsoft's value if it went all in. The company is currently the third most valuable company in the world with a $3.18 trillion market cap. So their company is as big as the entire crypto market cap, bro. Behind them is Apple and Nvidia. Here's the thing. Maybe Microsoft does exactly what we're all thinking. They wouldn't be entertaining Michael Saylor and the board of director call if they weren't already going to do it, in my opinion. So I think it's already a done deal. But hey, what are your thoughts? And I think if Microsoft does go that route, who's next to follow? Yeah, Nvidia and motherfucking Apple. Let's freaking go. Biddy for the win. Bitcoin surged 120% thus far this year, about 40% over the past month to reach almost 100 Gs. The new top is virtually 99.99. Saylor purchased 386,000 Bitcoin, and he just made another purchase announced today. So it's now over 400,000 Bitcoin, just FYI. Saylor's just crushing it right now. Saylor claimed that public and political support for Bitcoin is surging, and there's a crypto renaissance. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution is here. Noting pro-crypto statements made by Trump and Bitcoin investment products launched by notable Wall Street firms. Saylor made the case Microsoft should invest $100 billion into Bitcoin every year. Rookie numbers. Just go straight for the trilly, claiming it makes a lot more sense to buy Bitcoin than to buy your own stock back or to hold Bitcoin rather than holding junk bonds. What if you could buy a 100 billion company growing faster than Microsoft for 1 times revenue? What if you could keep doing it every single year? It's going up forever, Laura. It's time for Microsoft to evaluate its Bitcoin strategic options. So do the right thing for the world and adopt the Bitcoin. Very powerful words from Mikey Saylor.
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay, what's the second best? There is no second best.
I'm not saying I'm number one. I'm sorry, I lied. I'm number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
There's no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right? The point is, if you have the superior asset, it's going up forever, Laura.
Thank you, Michael. Couldn't have said it better myself. So Let me know, yay or nay in the chat. This is an interactive show, clearly. We've got 1,000 people watching on X, Rumble, and YouTube collectively. Yay or nay, will Microsoft on December 10th, in 8 days, adopt Bitcoin for their company? Let me know, yay or nay. Is it a go? Is it a no? Let me know in that chat, family. I want to see yay or nay. I'm going to read some more of the comments before we dive into the next story. The Oracle skip the kids and leave everything to the grandkids. They will make your kids to make their own fortune. Powerful words there. I'm thinking of getting a shell for the wallet made in the shape of the gold biddy. Maybe get it made into a pendant to wear on the necklace. None of the CEOs are sure if they would please Trump with that step. John says it never gets old. Precisely. Then y'all are Satoshi. I figured it out. We are all Satoshi. We stacked the biddy. Steve, give us a yay. Come on, yays and nays. Don't be strangers. I'm going to light the sage because these gnats are absolutely annoying. I got another yay. Keep them coming. Thank you, Dave. I got to keep this over the ashtray because when it's this low, it breaks apart. And I don't want to light myself on fire and pull a Richard Pryor. That wouldn't be a good look. Pulling a Richard Pryor on a live stream. A tech company not using Bitcoin is going backwards in the progression. Precisely my thinking. But guys, come on, yay or nay? There's 1,000 people watching. I got 3 yays, no nays at least. Can't complain there. Let me know, yay or nay. Microsoft, will they adopt the Bitcoin? One of the largest companies in the world. That alone could skyrocket Bitcoin, clearly. Yeah, JV, Nip and I are Satoshi. He's the face. Nip is the chairman. I'm the coder. There you go. That's right. This is the new chairman destined for the SEC. Take over Gary's spot. Gary's been a bad boy. Hopefully a yay. Come on, make a prediction. Damn, he hit the sage. Makes me want to step out and smoke on a porch. Yay, of course they will. Done deal. Yay for the East Afro King. Yay from Julie. I'm digging it. 0 nays. Yeah, they won't have any other choice. BlackRock's holding the Bitcoin back, and that should let it go above 100 G's by the end of the year. Ivy, flexing on them. I'm digging it. Dab light is lit, bro. Shout out Marius Jorgensen. Thanks for the sub. Bitcoin's going to rule the world. It already does. Bro, it's a yay. Of course. To say nay, do you even Bitcoin, bro? I might change it again. Support the stream. That's right, we do have a Patreon. Support the Nipinator, support JV. Patreon.cryptonewsletters.net. Thanks in advance. Let's get her. Let me check the X feed again, and we'll continue with the news. Still got so much to share. Thank you guys again for the reposts. Blow up the stream. Come on. 222 people on YouTube. It looks like 1,000 people collectively. Shout out to the X fam, Rumble fam. Lots to share. Shout out Julie. Good to have you here. I am honestly not sure if they will or not. The voters might not understand it. Well, it's the shareholders that get to vote. Correct me if I'm wrong. Shareholders are smart people. They have ownership in Microsoft. What's their bottom line? Show me how to make more money. What's the only objective of being a shareholder in Microsoft? Money. Michael Saylor is going to teach you how to make more money adopting Bitcoin. Or melting ice cube. It all goes to 0. Come on now. I know of a green technology alternative. You should reply to that hater and tell them about Holochain. It's worth 0.003. Next story of the day, family. Let's continue. Marathon Digital making big moves as well. Marathon Holdings acquired over $600 million in Bitcoin over the last 2 months, 60 days, family. That's right. December 2nd filing, Marathon said it acquired 6,484 of the biddy between October 1st and November 30th. The coins were purchased for $618 million in cash at an average price of $95,000 per biddy. In addition, Marathon said in a press release that it intends to offer $700 million in convertible senior notes due in 2031 in a private offering. Sounds like the Mikey Saylor put, doesn't it? The proceeds will be used to purchase more Bitcoin and repurchase existing convertible notes due in 2026. He's pulling off the MicroStrategy game plan. I mean, that's the blueprint here. Marathon Holdings remain the largest publicly traded crypto mining company by market cap. And according to the Bitcoin Treasury, Marathon is the second largest corporate Bitcoin hodler next to the MicroStrategy. November 26th, Marathon urged the U.S. to be more aggressive in securing positions in Bitcoin and Bitcoin mining. The company claimed that there was an urgent need for the country to secure its economic and national security interests. You hear that, Trumpster? You hear that, the Donald? The dollar is no longer directly backed by gold, they said. Yet holding substantial gold reserves remains a matter of national security. These reserves provide the U.S. with the ability to transact should foreign nations lose confidence in thy dollar. And while Trump publicly promised to add Bitcoin to the U.S. government Treasury Reserve, some skeptics like Novogratz predicted a low probability that Trump will establish a Bitcoin strategic reserve during his term. Well, here's one piece of advice. I take the opinions of those with Luna tattoos. That's like the bottom of the barrel. I understand he's a billionaire, and correct me if I'm wrong, but obviously very successful. But at the same point, he was retarded enough to get a Luna shitcoin tattoo on his arm and show it off at a Bitcoin conference. Not a good look, Novogratz. I got to hold you accountable for that move. So take what he says with a grain of salt, just FYI. I believe Trump more than freaking Novogratz personally, but what are your thoughts? And while actively pushing for Bitcoin accumulation and mining in the U.S., Marathon sold some Bitcoin earlier in the year. Formerly operating as Marathon Digital Holdings, Mara sold 390 Bitcoin, or 63% of the monthly production, 616 BTC. The sale came shortly after Bitcoin successfully went through its fourth halving event, April 19, 2024 this year, reducing the Bitcoin block rewards from 6.25 BTC to 3.125. I think that's roughly 450 Bitcoin per day. Correct me if I'm wrong, but very limited Bitcoin to go around, especially with all the mass adoption, and supply shock is what's going to send Bitcoin to this big target I've never revealed before, and I'm going to be revealing it in our feature story of the day. JV's never shared this new bull scenario, so I'm excited to share it with you guys. Stay tuned. What's going on? Diana, it's the coffee. What about the coffee? Someone said coffee? Hook me up, broskies. Plug into the Discord. Thank you. Marathon sold in May, but have been hodling since. They have 33,875 at the biddy, valued at $3.2 billion. Thank you, Greg. Grant Noakes in the building. Less than 15% of the total available coins, 15% of the 15 million is only 2 million. That's not much. When all the ETFs, countries, governments, etc. rush into the biddy. Good luck. You're going to need it. Smash the likies. Thank you, Rock Mama. Greatly appreciate your support. Glad you're here today. I thought about getting coins with a different crypto on it and hiding my seed phrase in the tattoo. Interesting. I take every bull above 280. Send it. 280. Sounds good to me. Let me tell you something. Stack thy biddy. Hallowed be thy name. Why am I whispering? I don't know. Thank you, Shandy. She put, crypto news is live spreading the Satoshi message. If you haven't been orange pill yet, do it now. Join us for the Bitcoin news. Bitcoin hope. Bitcoin truth. The Bitcoin tunes. Join JB and the CNA fam. Thank you for the repost on Dankness's repost of the repost. The gift that keeps on giving. Respect. Keep the comments flowing. Live and interactive right now. So, why does 95 feel so low? We're spoiled little Bitcoin brats. I don't know. That'll happen in a bull season. Only 15% on centralized exchanges, 75% plus is considered hodled. And that's right, we got a Bitcoin merch store, which is in the process of being revamped with brand new designs, thanks to Chandy. So be sure to check out the crypto merch store, family. It's merch.cryptonewsalerts.net. Hodl fast sailors, choppy seas, and contrary winds. You feel me? Bitcoin pumpity pump, pump it up. Let's go. Next story of the day, gentlemen. Let's discuss the ETF inflows. Been crushing it as well. Bitcoin ETFs hit 6.4 billion of inflows in November amid a record Bitcoin rally. That's right. U.S. investors poured 6.4 billion into the spot Bitcoin ETFs in November as the Bitcoin market price rallied 45% to the 99.9 level for the first time in history. The long month bull of November resulted in Bitcoin prices soaring from, I saw 66 to 99.9, according to what I've looked at. Amid bullish sentiment, spot Bitcoin ETFs raked in a combined 6.8 billion with outflows of 411 million. According to data from Farside, BlackRock, their Bitcoin ETF brought in 5.6 billion of investments in November, accounting for 87% of the total monthly inflows. So they're ultimately the juggernauts of the game. Other prominent players that attracted significant investments include Fidelity at 962 million, and Grayscale at 211 million, and Van Eck with 71 million through their ETF. Continued inflows of funds from institutions and private investors amid the high Bitcoin prices expected to support the ongoing bull run. Traders and analysts predicted insane long opportunities for the Bitty in the coming months as Bitcoin enters price discovery phase, currently at now 100 Gs. On the other hand, 3 players contributed to the 411 million of the outflows. That's the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust ETF, the Bitwise Bitcoin ETF, and the Valkyrie Bitcoin Fund, recording outflows of 364 million, 40 million, and 6 million, respectively. Meanwhile, the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, the indicator we often use, also projects a strong bullish sentiment. In November, the Crypto Greed and Fear Index marked a yearly high at a 92, signaling solid bullish sentiment amongst the investors. And now in December, the index score dipped a bit, but continued to portray extremely positive sentiment, as we already pointed out on the Crypto Greed and Fear Index. And in fact, let's go right back to it. I think today we're in 80, as you can see on your screen, in extreme greed. So there you go. Crypto bros. And before we discuss our next story of the day, Hong Kong gaming firm swapping 49 million of their Ethereum from their treasury now into Bitcoin. Smart trade. And we'll also be discussing done deal. Trump's going to make a strategic Bitcoin reserve for the United States. I'm going to reveal my bull target scenario, never shared before, here shortly. So stick around, repost the stream, spread the word, hide your kids, hide your wives, hide your nips. Hide your cats, hide your dogs, hide your squirrels, hide your raccoons, whatever it takes. Be safe out there, gentlemen. They're selling Bitcoin for the XRP. Who's they? Lizard folk? Maybe. Total market cap, 5 trillion before the end of the year. Easy peasy. Leash is afraid. What are you afraid of there? Let me know. Never need to be in fear when you got the Nippinator watching your back. The new chairman of the SEC is about to take over Gensler's seat. So we're in good hands. Nothing to be scared about. I don't know what it is, says Adam. JV in the building. Gratefulness. Welcome to the live stream. Good to have you here, broski. Germany dipped, sadly. Yeah, Germany only lost like $4 billion being retarded enough to sell their Bitcoin at 50 Gs. There's a sucker born every day, is what they say. A wise man once said, Confucius say, Bitcoin mining difficulty is almost 104 trillion. The Bitcoin exchange reserves near the 5-year all-time high. Let's freaking go. I know. Exactly. Moon nips are pierced. What are the moon nips? Never heard of that term. The nips. You got to keep them percolating, I hear. When others are greedy, be fearful. I don't know about that. I don't want to live in fear. Yeah, welcome, y'all. We got 1,200 people on the stream. Keep the comments flowing, broskies. Let me check the X feed again. Thank you guys for all the support. We're going to dive into our next story here shortly. I'm going to light the sage again just to keep the gnats out of my fly space. Bruce Lee, hit us with some wisdom. Wisdom of the sages.
I said, empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water.
Take all your time, figure out how to borrow more money to buy more Bitcoin. Then take all your time and figure out what you can sell to buy Bitcoin.
Who does it better, Michael Saylor or Bruce Lee?
Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot.
And if you absolutely love the thing that you don't want to sell it, go mortgage your house and buy Bitcoin with it.
Now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
All right, here we are. Let's dive into the next story of the day. You told us to hide our nips, JV. Mine aren't hidden. I wear a shirt. Oh my God, I love it. Okay, next story of the day. Next story of the day. Here's the latest out of Hong Kong. Hong Kong gaming firm swaps 49 million worth of the Ether in their treasury for the biddy. This is the trade of the century, if you were to ask me. Boyer Interactive International, Hong Kong-based holding company specializing in the online card and board games, adjusted its treasury assets by replacing the Ether with the winner, aka the Bitcoin. In a November 29th statement, the gaming company said it had converted 14,200 ETH, worth over 49 million, into 515 Bitcoin between November 19th and the 28th. Boya now has 3,183 Bitcoin in his stash, worth 310 million at the current price, according to CoinGecko, as outlined there. Quoting them here. The purchase, holding a Bitcoin and continuous expansion of the BTC reserves is an important strategy of the group. And based on the considerations of the future prospects of Bitcoin and ETH in the company's strategic plan, the board is of the view that it is the relatively appropriate time for the group to convert the ETH held by the group to Bitcoin to expand the Bitcoin reserves. According to the firm's third quarterly results released November 21st, the treasury held 2,635 Bitcoin and 15,388 Ether. In the past 14 days, the price of Bitcoin climbed 6%, surpassing 96,000. Still, Ether has done even better, rising 18% to currently trade at 3,600. Boya began his treasury strategy back in November of last year when the board of directors approved a 100 million initiative to allocate 45 million of corporate funds into the BTC, 45 million to Ether, and 10 million into the stables. And in the last year, the company's stock price spiked over 874% to the current price of 68 cents. Is still down from the all-time high of $1.81, according to Google Finance, as outlined right here. A growing list of other firms have been adding Bitcoin to the balance sheet this year or increasing their existing holdings. For example, MicroStrategy reported a substantial expansion of its Bitcoin holdings. Yet again today, MicroStrategy now has over freaking 400,000 of the Bitcoin. And we also have Similar Scientific, an AI firm group, Genius Group, as well as Rumble, all making treasury moves and stacking the BTC, because that's the power play right now. So there you have it, yo. Which major companies are likely to follow in their footsteps? Let me know. Dankness says, I don't go to the clubs, but if I did, I am sure it would be naked. Naked, eh? If it was warm enough. Not going to get an ice club naked, though. I love the ice bars. What the hell is an ice bar? Are we penguins? I don't even understand the terminology. Is that a real thing? Do people go to the clubs for the ice bars naked? Is that what we're doing, gentlemen? Man, I'm so out of the loop. I've just been streaming for the past 7 years. I don't know what's going on outside my own house, apparently. Why is U.S. about to sell the Bitcoin? No one says they're about to sell it just because they moved it. They moved it because they got to put it and hold it elsewhere. We don't know. So don't assume just because 2 billion in Bitcoin was moved that they're selling it. First and foremost, US moved. Yeah, I already pointed that out. That was in the beginning of the show. Breaking news. There was a movement. And I said, don't panic, broskies. That's no guarantee they're going to sell it. In fact, I don't think they are allowed to sell it because half of those Bitcoin don't belong to the government. They're holding them for like the Mt. Gox people or something like that. How about a QR code, invisible ink somewhere? I remember the invisible ink days. This is a nice little trick. Greg, it would be a QR code that would have my seed phrase into the QR code. It would be to receive my BTC code, but the seed phrase would be hidden inside that. Next level G-ish. Shout out to the art coin. Welcome everyone just joining us. I'm about to reveal my bull target for the first time, my bull scenario. So we're about to dive right into it. Just going to read comments for another moment. Welcome everyone joining the live stream. Good to have everyone here. Lots of smoke in the air today. If you couldn't tell, JV's on fire. Literally. Sage is burning like a champ. Look at that. They say accurate age. I say accurate sage. Look at that. Gnats don't even stand a chance. They're not even messing in my fly space. Probably in a different room. Boom, shakalaka. Oh, ice bars. What are you doing in an ice bar? Do you just eat ice? I'm trying to figure it out. You drink ice drink out of ice. What the hell is an ice drink? Ice cubes? You talking ice water? They charge you for the ice water? What a beautiful business model. Totally cool. In the hot That's crazy. The law is that they have to move the Bitcoin to Coinbase to hold it. 100,000 of the Bitcoin, they belong to Bitfinex. Thank you. Bitfinex owns 100,000 of the Bitcoin. They have to return that. That's why I said don't assume they're selling it. I was watching this esoteric conspiracy channel in 2013. People would send a dude Bitcoin all the time for his work, which was really good. Oh my God. Crazy, right? I know. My gnat trap is called Sage. That's why we light it. Keeps the lizard folk at bay, the Gary Genslers of the world. And we hit the gong. It's bada boom, bada bing. Sage lit, gong struck, 100K. We're past it. We're heading to 250, broskies. Send it. ETH and Bitcoin are, what does that say? Percolating. Ooh, I like that word. Percolating. Yeah, Bitcoin's just a percolating right now. Precisely. But anyways, family, let's dive into our featured story of the day, shall we? Here we go. Now for our feature story of the day, Trump's crypto advisory council to set up the promised strategic Bitcoin reserve. I'll be breaking down this report, but I'm going to first and foremost start with my personal prediction. Never shared this bull scenario ever before. So I ripped up my $100,000 target live on stream the other day. It no longer exists. We already topped 100,000. We're looking past it. So now all eyes on 250. This is JV's bear scenario. My personal bear scenario for this cycle, which I think will occur in 2025, will be 250,000. That's the bear play. Now, from the bear play, we move to the base case for the broskies. The base case for the broskies is 420. Celebratory affirmation right there. It don't get more lit as an omen than 420. And we'd be celebrating puffing magic dragons as thick as this sage. Broskies. 420 in play. Base case from JV. You heard it here first. Bull scenario, never revealed before. I got to come over the top. I blame the Oracle. Want to know why? Because the Oracle, she came over the top with my 750. Maybe a month or two ago, I said Bitcoin price cycle peak 2025, 750,000. The Oracle comes over the top and says, no, JV, you're too bearish. 1 million. So I'm coming over the top on you, Oracle. 1.1 million in play. That's my bull scenario. Take it or leave it. Take it or leave it. 1.1 million in play. I'm going to take it a step further. My 2028, 2029 bull scenario, you're looking at it. 11 million, broskies. Kathy Wood, she says 3.8, 2030. I'm calling 11 million. All you do is move the decimal point. We keep it simple. Keep it stupid simple, JV. 1.1 million in play, bull scenario 2025. Convince me otherwise. 11 million, 2030. Done deal. That's it. Period. You heard it here first, gentlemen. And with that being shared, let's dive into our story. Obviously, Trump is about to make a strategic Bitcoin reserve. We couldn't be more bullish right now. It's actually already confirmed by his people. You feel me? Nipponators confirmed it as well. The new chairman of the SEC has got his ear to the street. They have special hearing, smelling, obviously maybe 10,000 times more potent than us limited human beings. So Nipponator don't play that. Just like Homie back in the day. Homie don't play that. You hit him with the sock and living color style. That's the Nipponator. Nipponator don't play that. So, yeah, let's dive into the story. Headline reads, Trump's Crypto Advisory Council to set up the promised strategic Bitcoin reserve, according to the report. That's right. Trump's proposed Crypto Advisory Council, a.k.a. the Ninja Turtles, is expected to establish his promised strategic Bitcoin reserve, according to the Reuters report. So here we have it. While the presidential advisory councils are not new, a dedicated crypto council would be unprecedented, reflecting the sector's rapid evolution since the BTC's inception of the Genesis block back in 2008, gentlemen. Blockchain Association CEO Kristen Smith emphasized the urgency of the council's formation, stating it is something Trump could do very quickly. Let's make her happen, Captain. And according to the report, the council would also advise on crypto policy, on the work of the Congress, on the crypto legislation, adding that the council may be housed under the White House's National Economic Council or operate independently. Now, as long as Hunter Biden is not in the Crypto Advisory Council, we're looking good, broskies. According to the industry insiders, major U.S. companies, including Coinbase, Paradigm, Anderson Horowitz, A16Z, Ripple, Kraken, and Circle, are seeking a seat on this council. As long as Peter Schiff ain't on the council, we're looking good, broskies. Bitcoin Magazine CEO David Bailey, key organizer behind the Trump July appearance at the Nashville conference, shared the following. It's being fleshed out, but I anticipate the leading execs from America's Bitcoin and crypto firms to be represented. Now, excitement over the Trump pro-crypto stance already sent the Bitcoin price to $99.99, current all-time high. And Satoshi Act Fund founder Dennis Porter is discussing introducing legislation in Texas on a strategic Bitcoin reserve. Game theory in full effect as the global hash war continues, fam. The Texas movement and Porter's latest effort to introduce a dedicated Bitcoin reserve to a U.S. state. November 14, Pennsylvania, through Representative Mike Cabell, introduced a bill to create a Bitcoin reserve using the state's $7 billion fund. The proposal suggests an initial allocation up to 10% of the Bitcoin, but also acknowledges that a smaller exposure of 1 to 5% could be more suitable for a starting point. And after the Pennsylvania proposal, Porter stated, up to 10 more U.S. states will likely follow suit this year, with Texas potentially being the first. So Texas may get the first mover's advantage before the state itself as far as the nation is concerned, because Trump doesn't take office till January 20th. So again, the race is on. Additionally, he previously told these crypto state governments are rushing to pass the legislation establishing their own Bitcoin reserve after Trump's administration is considering the executive order to formalize this matter. The idea of a strategic Bitcoin reserve gained traction during Trump's election. During the presidential campaign, he displayed a pro-crypto stance, and one of his promises was to create a Bitcoin reserve in the U.S. Treasury. That's right. This idea was quickly backed by pro-crypto politicians such as Cynthia Lummis, who also gave a speech at the Nashville conference right after Trump, who introduced legislation for such reserve called the Bitcoin Act, and believes Trump could approve it in the first 100 days in the White House. I think Trump needs to approve it day one, because it's that significant. Free Ross, fire Gary, and make a strategic Bitcoin reserve for the United States of America and make the United States a Bitcoin mining hub of the world, which you promised, Donald. You got this. The council will likely coordinate with regulatory agencies, including the SEC, which won't let me be because Gary G won't set BTC free. Damn you, Gensler. Trump's team is also reportedly considering creating a crypto czar role to lead the council. Maybe the czar will be the Nippinator. Anything is possible. Sky's the limit, broskies. Is all I'm saying. But you already know, family, Biden's war on crypto is adios. It's avocado toast. You feel me? Bitcoin for the win. We're here. We've made it. The end of 2024, Bitcoin 100 Gs. We still got all December left. We may be 200 Gs before the end of the year. Maybe the Oracle's call of 250 takes us by the end of the year. We don't know. But one thing is for sure. Bear scenario is 250. Base case, 420 all day, every day. Bull scenario, 1.1 million. What do you got to say to that, Oracle? You going to come over the top again? What are we going to do? Welcome, everyone, to the Q&A segment of the live stream. Let me know your thoughts with what I just shared with you. In my opinion, it's a done deal. Microsoft's going to adopt Bitcoin. Trump will make a strategic Bitcoin reserve and have nation-state treasury reserve adoption. Other countries are likely to follow. Saudi Arabia will make the big announcement. We couldn't be more bullish right now, family. We're sitting pretty. No diddy. My mayor went to the Capitol to talk to the governor about it 2 weeks ago. Oh, snap. If he wanted larger blocks, he would have made it that way. Precisely. Microsoft needs the biddy. It's not the other way around. Precisely. Biddy need nobody. Everybody need biddy. That's just how it rolls. Too bearish is going to infinity. It's going up forever, Laura. Come on, Oracle. What do you got to say? Are you sticking to 1 million? Are you going to raise those numbers? Rookie numbers. I'm calling you out. Rookie numbers. 1 million. Why so bearish? What happened to keep hope alive? What happened with, you got to have faith? 1.1 million. Maybe I'm too bearish. I question myself sometimes. But I'm being dead serious. These are my new projections. This ain't just for humor here. You know what I mean? I try to be funny. Bear with me. But this is dead serious. I think 1.1 million is in play. I don't think it's the most likely scenario, but if we get the bull play, that's definitely the bull play, in my opinion. 1.1 million as the cycle peak, right? And again, base case 420, which means if I was a betting man, I'd throw my prediction at 420 for the cycle. And my bear scenario, if things don't go as well as I'm preparing, 250. I'll live with it. If that's all we rise, I'll live with it. There you have it. JV has spoken. Nipsonator, me and him had conversations last night through channeling. He channels Satoshi, I channel Nip, and that's what came out. My first time ever writing targets for a Bitcoin cycle on a sticky note, so I'm pretty confident we'll hit one of those targets, preferably the 1.1 million. Hold them accountable. Let's go. 100 million infinities, eh? That's not how Bitcoin was created, though. It was always a work in progress at the start of the change. Sticking to the 1 million cycle peak, that's my TA. That's where it's at. All right, Oracle, for now. 1 million from the Oracle. 1.1 million from JV. I got to maintain my bullish stance. I can't let someone outdo me. Not acceptable. Not my own community. I take great pride in being the Super Bowl of all Bitcoin podcasters. So I won't accept it. Oh, there was one more thing as a bonus I wanted to share. Here you go. I forgot to share this with you. This would actually inspired me to share this today. One second. Let me go back to where we left off. I meant to share this tweet. James the Lavish. Can you see the screen right now? There's a bonus. James Lavish says Bitcoin is 0.2% right now at 1% of the total global assets. Bitcoin is a 9 trillion asset worth 450,000. Pretty much in alignment with my 420 base case, is it not, gentlemen? And at 3%, 1.3 million per biddy. What does that tell me? My 1.1 million price target peak, it may be a little bearish. He's making me look bad. James, you're making me look bad here. Come on. But yeah, so I'm being modest. There's other analysts out there calling for 1.3 million. Thank you, James. There you have it. Maybe I'll raise my target again. There's no telling what's going to happen when Janet Yellen flees and scurries with the rest of her lizard family. That's all I got to say. Welcome everyone to the Q&A segment of the live stream. We got 1,200 people here live and in the flesh. We ain't done an uncensored version of the pod in a hot minute because we've been converting into pump watches. So here's what we're going to do. Pay close attention. Pay very close attention to the words that are coming out of my mouth. If you don't have the volume turned up, read my lips. We're about to end the YouTube stream. I stream every day on 3 platforms. We're currently live on X, Rumble, and YouTube. The YouTube stream is going to come to an end. All good things eventually come to an end. Minus Bitcoin going up forever, Laura. That's the one exception. But the YouTube stream is about to end. We're going to continue uncensored, exclusive on X and Rumble. Meaning if you're on YouTube, you ain't got to go home. But head on over to the Rumble, rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net. We're about to premiere 2 brand new music videos from Chandy, the one and only #1 Bitcoin music channel. Something you're not going to want to miss. We're going to hang out. This is the uncensored, extended version of the pod. So adios, YouTube. We're out. Head on over to the Rumble, rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net. Let's get ready to rumble, shall we? So there you have it. YouTube stream should be finito any